orange, gold, bronzy kind of look. It is the middle of winter and freezing cold here in Michigan, so I really wanted to warm my face up. I miss doing like the bronzy gold kind of looks. Because it's winter, I've been really going towards like pinks, mauves, purples, darker, cool tone kind of looks, and I live for a good gold and bronzed makeup. So that's what I wanted to do today. I love how this turned out. I love burnt reds and oranges and golds. That is what I live for, so I love how this turned out, and I used some new lashes. So if you guys are interested in how I got this look, then keep on watching. Okay, we are going to just jump right in because I feel like this video is already going to be like a really long one. So I'm going to start with the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. Now taking an oldie but a goodie, the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation. I am in the shade, where is it on here? Okay, there is no shade on here. So that's gonna suck when I go to rebuy this because I don't know what shade. I remember there being like a little sticker somewhere on here, but like if that's the only place that it says the shade, that's kind of weird. I don't know. Okay, so just going in with this. It has been extremely dry lately, and this is a very, like probably the most dewy foundation that I have. So this hopefully will save my face. This foundation is so thick, but the coverage and finish is really nice, but it's a little bit harder to like work with, I feel like, just because it's really thick, like it doesn't glide nicely on your face, but it's really pretty. I'm looking so wet and dewy, like my skin never looks like this. So continuing on, we're going to take the Born This Way Too Faced Concealer. This foundation shade is just a little too dark for me, so I'm not going to go in with the really, really bright underneath my eyes. So now I'm going to use my Wet n Wild makeup stick, I think this is called. Yeah, the makeup stick. And this is in the shade Oaks on You. And I'm just going to lightly, not use that much, and just slightly warm up my face with a cream contour. I used to never cream contour, but honestly I feel like this just makes it look so nice and a little bit more natural. A lot of my like powder products kind of like melt off during the day. So if that like wears off, this is at least a little like under layer to it, so you still have a little bit of like warmth and definition to your face. Now taking my Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Fair Light. Before you put powder on, make sure you always like go underneath your eyes and on your eyelid again with your sponge. That way you get out any of like the creasing that just happened from sitting there, because if you put powder right on top of that, you're going to set those crease lines in and you're not going to be able to get those out. Just set my whole face with a sponge to really press in that powder. I'm just going to dust that off. I can't stand the feeling of like wet foundation on my face. Like I have to really, really, really set my face because I hate that feeling. Like people that just leave their skin looking so dewy and glowy and use like minimal powder products, like I love the way it looks, but I can't handle the way it feels. Like I have to set my face completely every time I put foundation on. Like I wish I could just go in with that foundation, not that one, this one's really dewy, but like other foundation and just like conceal just a little bit underneath, you know, put just a little bit of powder so it doesn't crease and then go. I can't handle it, like it's so gross to me. Okay, I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, brows are finally on. I feel like I'm having a pretty good brow day, which has not been the case lately. I swear the last like month, every time I do my brows, I'm like disgusted by them. I'm like, what happened? Like, I don't know what happened. But the other day I filled in my brows and then like I tweezed them. So I feel like now they're good because I felt like my eyebrows were getting a little out of control. To fill in like the whole brow, which wasn't good because my eyebrows naturally are very, very, very thick and have like points at the top of them. So I think that I just wasn't doing a good job of like keeping up with them. So now I feel like hopefully we can keep going on this path of good brow days because I need them. So for the eye look, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do. I swear I feel like I do this all the time, but I feel like this is like exactly how I work. Like I see something I'm really inspired by, and if I don't see something, I'm just like lost. I'm like, I don't know what I wanna do. But it has been so cold and so miserable here in Michigan that I really wanna do something to like warm up my face. So I feel like I wanna do something like really bronzy and gold to make me feel like it's summer, even though it's not. I'm just gonna crank up my heat, put on a tank top, and have some really warm, pretty makeup because seriously out there is miserable. Like I worked from home today because of the weather was so bad. This is the 3rd week in a row that I've had like 1 or 2 days that I've worked from home because the weather has been that bad. It's insane. And it's still snowing. Like you can't tell because it's pitch black outside right now, but right before I started filming, it was like fat snowflakes. So I can only imagine how much snow we're gonna be getting tonight on top of what we got the last 2 weeks because it is nuts out there. Speaking of how you can see outside, I hope you guys like my new background. My favorite videos to watch are with like a natural background of like a vanity, a cute little candle, stuff like that. I don't really particularly like backdrops. I kind of just use a backdrop until I figured something out with this, and I'm still working on it. I have a really cute shelf. I kind of want to like move this over a little bit so you guys can see the other side of the window. I can put a cute little shelf up there that I already like filled out. It is so cute. I have a cute little like table to put over there. I kind of want to get new furniture back here, but I haven't found anything that like I really like yet, so I'm not going to just buy something just to have it because I already currently have something. This is just for now, but I thought it's pretty cute for now, and I love my little signboard. Chatty is one of my favorite YouTubers, and she always has her little like letterboard in the background, and every single video it's a different saying. So I really want to do that because her letterboard to read it, so I also wanted to do that in my videos. And of course I had to start off with a Michael Scott quote because if you don't like The Office, I don't know, I don't trust your judgment, honestly, because that show is so good. Okay, for the eyes, I'm going to be working out of the Morphe x Jekyll and Hyde Vault collection. I think I'm going to be using the Armed and Gorgeous palette, which is this. And I'm also probably going to be dabbling into, what is this one? The Ring the Alarm palette. Has a lot of like the oranges in here, has some really good golds, some purples. So I'm going to be working out of those two mostly. Starting off with the Armed and Gorgeous one, I'm going to be taking Access, which is like this kind of orangey yellow shade. Using the JH31. I'm just going to slowly start putting that in the crease. I figured since I haven't done a video in a minute, I would do like a little update on what's going on with my life while I do my makeup. If you follow me on Instagram, I've been talking a lot more about like my personal life on the Instagram stories. And one of the things I was talking about a few months ago was getting my kitchen done. That took like an unexpected turn. We hired a contractor. He was like a guy we found on a contractor's site, and he seemed like a good guy, been in business for a long time, and he ended up screwing us over. For a while we were like scrambling, trying to figure everything out, where we were gonna go from there. He kind of just like took off in the middle of the job with the rest of our money. So lesson learned, we definitely learned a lesson. Now we're kind of like over that, thankfully, where we're now like getting everything back in gear because our kitchen realistically should have been done in December and I still don't have a kitchen. So now the granite should be going in this week. Ron just finished putting the lights in. Electrical, flooring should be all done in the next couple of weeks. So hopefully beginning of March-ish, I'm thinking, I will have a kitchen again. So that's been really stressful and taking a lot out on us, like mentally, Ron physically. So there's been that. Now using the same palette, I'm gonna go into Agent. So yeah, that's been taking up a lot of time, as I'm sure you guys can assume. I'm just glad that like there's a light at the end of the tunnel now. Like we have a plan, kind of like a list of what needs to be done now. So that's good. It's just been crazy. Like I always see the best in people. Like I never think bad of people. I'm always thinking that people are pure and honest, and they're not. So it was like crazy that that had happened. Like you hear about that kind of stuff happening like on TV, on the news, someone that you know, even like someone that knows someone, but like you never think it's gonna happen to you. And sadly, it's something that happens all the time. It's just crazy. Like once we talked about it, so many people are like, oh yeah, that happened to me, that happened to my brother, like that happens all the time. Like my uncle, he kind of flips houses, he owns restaurants in Florida. I'm sorry, he doesn't flip houses. He like used to have a lot of like real estate. So he would buy a house, fix it up, and like rent it out. Like he didn't sell them. But yeah, and he kind of told us, he was like, yeah, it's happened tons of times to him. Thankfully, we weren't out too much. It was kind of just like the materials for granite and a few other things. But some people have it happen with like thousands and tens of thousands of dollars, which is so sad that people do that. Other than that though, I've been pretty good. I feel bad because I haven't been very like consistent with my videos. I really need to like sit down and make a set days of what days I'm going to film and what days I'm going to edit, what days I'm going to upload, because I really want to get like consistent with my videos. I feel like right now they're kind of just like all over the place. Like when I upload. Like there's one week that I uploaded like 4 videos in 1 week. I haven't uploaded, and now it's been like over a week since I've uploaded my last video. I want to get really like set and consistent. That way people know when I'm uploading and when to expect something from me. For the tops of all this with that yellow again. Going into the Ring the Alarm palette, I'm going to take Alert, which is a really, like this mirror doesn't bend backwards, but it's a really bright, vibrant orange. On the M514, I'm going to tilt my head back. That helps me sometimes because I feel like my eyes are slightly hooded. They may not look like it, but they definitely are like up in here. So I like tipping my head back a little bit so I can really get into my crease. And I'm just gonna very precisely put that right in the bottom of it. Picking up the JH34 with no additional product, I'm just gonna slightly, very, very lightly go over top of those 2 colors to kind of just blend it out a little bit better together. Same Ring the Alarm palette, I'm gonna be taking the shade Mugshot. Taking that on the JH40, I'm just gonna place that on the outer corner, just on the lid. Going back in with Access, which is that yellow color, and I'm just going to so lightly go over top of that to blend out any harsh lines. Dipping back into Access, I'm going to start putting that on the lower lash line. Going back into Agent, I'm going to take that on a small pencil brush and put that up against my waterline. Going in with Alert, I'm just going to stamp this even closer. Going in with Mugshot, I'm just going to put that right on the outer corner, just like I did on the top. And then with no additional product, I'm just going to blend all of that together. Okay, I'm going to kind of do like an ombre effect with 3 different shimmers. That might seem excessive, but I feel like it's going to really look pretty. So I'm going to start with Boom, which is like a really shimmery red brick color. Spray that a little bit with my setting spray. I'm going to start applying that kind of like not all the way to the end, but past the middle, if that makes any sense. So I put in the darker color here, so I'm kind of blending the darker into like the middle. Now I'm going to go into Classified, which is almost like a dirty gold to me. Like that's what I call this. It's like a dirty, grungy gold. And I'm going to apply that in the middle of my eye and then bring it in just a little bit further. I'm going to take that a little bit on my finger because I feel like that's when you really get like the glitter payoff. Now I'm going to go into Guilt Trip, which is like a really bright yellow gold. I'm going to apply that right in the inner part and blend it to Guilt Trip. The brush, and I'm just going to slightly go over in the crease because sometimes you can get a little bit messy with the glitters in there. Taking the same flat shader brush to the dark orange with a Mugshot color, and I'm just going to pack that onto the outer corner because I kind of got lost when we started putting down the shimmer shades. Okay, I'm going to apply some lashes and mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay, lashes are on and I'm back. I seriously have been gone for like a half hour. My husband called me, put my lashes on, talked for a while, and now we're back. So I used where's the box? The House of Lashes Iconic Lights. And I haven't worn these before, so I trimmed them down to my eye because I feel like the House of lashes are so big. Like, they're really, really long. I mean, I cut off a decent chunk. I cut off like 2 pieces of that with a hair in it. Yeah, like 2 pieces of that. Like, that's a lot off a lash. Like my Ardells, I don't even trim down. Like those are perfect for my eye. But I really like these. I think I like the North Fairies better. The North Fairy Lights. Like these ones are just so like, I don't know, like these are really good. These ones, I like them, but I don't like them as much as that. And I really, now that I'm wearing the light version, I do not think I'm going to like just the normal iconic version. Yeah, I don't know. These ones are, I for sure gonna be way too much. Like, this is a very, very dramatic lash for me, and these are the lights. So I can only imagine how crazy these ones are. So now I'm going to contour and bronze my face. And with the Shade and Light contour palette, I'm just gonna take these 2 shades right here. Taking Benefit's Hula Bronzer. Carve out my cheeks. I'm going to highlight my inner corner and my brow bone. I'm going to be using the Ofra All of the Lights highlighter. For some reason I thought I was wrong on that. I'm just going to be taking the gold color right here and like that champagne color. Is the best inner corner and brow bone highlight. Like honestly, like I use this more as that than like an all over the face highlight. And that's a very expensive inner corner and brow bone highlighter for sure. Like when you're not using it on your face often, but it's worth it. Like I'm not upset about it. I'm just gonna dust all of this off. I know I'm so late to the game. Like, I'm almost embarrassed to say it out loud that I haven't had this until this week. But I finally got the Milani Luminoso blush. And I know that this has been a cult favorite forever. Like, when I first started watching YouTube like 4 or 5 years ago, this was like all the rage. Every person was talking about it. Every person was using this. And for some reason, like I just never got it. Either it was sold out or I just wasn't thinking of it when I went to the store. But I feel like I'm getting more into blush lately. So I want to start using like other blushes. And of course, I'm like, all right, I have to get this. Like it has just such a nice glow. Oh, I love it. Now I'm going to set my face. I let that set for just a second before I start putting on my highlight because I don't want to put it on like a wet face, but I do want to put it like on a damp face. Now using my mirror that I always use in every single video, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlight. This is such a beautiful highlight, and I'm so glad that they just brought this back because for a minute it was discontinued, like it was a limited edition, and I'm not sure if they're keeping it forever, but I do know that they brought it back and I'm so happy about it because it is such a beautiful highlight. Like that is so pretty. And then I always like to go just over the tops of my cheeks again with the setting spray just to really melt that in even more. Now for the lips, I'm going to be using Huda Beauty's liquid lipstick in the shade Girlfriend. This is honestly like one of my absolute all-time favorite nudes because it's that perfect like orangey undertone. I feel like a lot of mine are like mauves or more pink. This is like one of my only ones that are pulling like a brownish orangey color, so I use this a lot. That completes this look. I really love how this look turned out. I know I say that in every single video, but like honestly, I love how warm and orangey and glittery this look turned out. Like the ombre with the shimmers, I feel like was so worth it. It's so beautiful. I love how this turned out. And like I said earlier, I'm really sorry for how inconsistent I've been with my videos. I'm really gonna try my hardest to be more consistent, have like a schedule. So if you guys like watching videos a certain day, please let me know, because I really want to know when you guys want to see them, when it's gonna be most convenient for you, morning, afternoon, nighttime, weekends, weekdays, whatever is better for you guys. Let me know what you guys like seeing. I personally like watching videos when I'm getting ready in the morning and when I'm like laying in bed at nighttime, or really honestly anytime other than like 9 to 5, because I'm obviously at work, so I can't be doing it. That's really all I have to say. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell down below. That way you guys get notified every single time I upload a video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.